The hiring committee, which is the voters in your district, are interested in learning more about you, Walt Benson, from District 4. We have several important questions for you as a candidate for Bernalillo County Commission. Your constituents are looking for the person who is best qualified to represent them and most aligned with their values. You will have 1 minute to introduce yourself and then 2 minutes for each question. You will be signaled when there is 30 seconds left to conclude your response. So if we can start now with you introducing yourself to the voters who are the hiring committee.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me, and to the New Mexico Business Coalition for hosting this. This is a pleasure to be here. My name is Walt Benson. On the ballot, my full name is there, George Walton Benson. I was born and raised here in Albuquerque. I'm a father of 4. My wife is a physician assistant at Presbyterian. I'm a small business owner. I've got a MBA in finance that I got from UNM. And over the years, I've created hundreds of jobs. So I am a proven job creator. I'm also a 4th generation New Mexican, and I love it here in Albuquerque. I'm running because I'm tired of watching our friends, neighbors, and colleagues move away for better opportunities, less crime. And so as a father, and a husband, and a community member, that's why I'm running for Bernalillo County Commission.
Great, thank you. So the first official question we have, considering Local Economic Development Act, or LEDA funds, how should these funds be used specifically? Who should they go to? How should that be determined? And what controls should be put in place for the use of these funds?
Sure. So, businesses operate based on incentives. And I think LEDA can be an effective incentive to bring employers to the community that create jobs. That's the purpose of LEDA. However, there are abuses to the system where some businesses may receive the funds, not fulfill their obligation, and then not have to pay back the funds. So that's the problem with it. I don't recommend removing the LEDA funds. What I recommend is putting tighter restrictions in place, and also looking at businesses that are already here. It's an effective tool to bring businesses from out of state, which we need to provide jobs, but there's already employers here in the state that can also use those funds. If they're already here in the state, they've got a proven track record, there's no reason to leave, and so it's probably more effective to use those funds to expand the business versus bring in a new business out of state. That being said, there does need to be clawbacks in place so that if a business does not uphold its end of the arrangement, then they don't get to just keep the money. That's our money. That's the taxpayers' money. And it's abuse of the system to keep it and not pay it back and not fulfill their obligation by creating jobs or infrastructure. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Very good, thank you. Do you support the county passing employment-related ordinances that have to do with such things as minimum wage, personnel work scheduling, or mandatory paid leave? Please answer yes or no, and then explain your answer.
I do not support it. First of all, let's take mandatory sick leave, for example. That was on the ballot for the citizens of Albuquerque to vote for, and it didn't pass. So what the county commission did is they decided to vote for it themselves within the county commission for unincorporated parts of Bernalillo County outside of the city, and they passed it against the will of the citizens. There are a lot of unintended consequences when you create regulations for businesses, and it pushes businesses away. It scares them away. So I am a business owner. I am a job creator. I was opposed to this one from the beginning. So here's an example. For me, I own a couple ice cream stores around town. They're Baskin-Robbins ice cream stores. I employ a lot of high school and college age students. Now, they're shift workers and they're young. And this happens a lot. They will go out late at night, go to a party, and decide they don't want to come in the next day. That's their prerogative. It's a major hassle on our part. So then we've got to get on the phone, start calling, covering that shift, pay someone else to come in to work that shift, possibly overtime. We might have to pay somebody overtime to come in and work the shift. Meanwhile, we'll have to pay the person who just called in sick. And so that's an unintended consequence. Now, do I believe in taking care of your employees? Absolutely. I do take care of my employees. I do provide certain paid time off benefits. But to just make a blanket law that requires every business to do that, it's unfair. As a business owner, I can give that perspective to the commission. They need that perspective. They had a lot of business owners coming in, explaining that to them, but on the commission, there was no individual business owners with multiple employees. I do have that perspective, and so I want to fight for our economy and our jobs. It scares jobs away. It doesn't bring jobs here.
Very good, thank you. What's the single most important thing that should be done to improve the business environment in Bernalillo County?
The single most important thing to improve the business environment in our county is to create a culture that businesses are welcome. Right now, there's a culture that businesses are bad and they're trying to take advantage of employees. That's not the case. It's a mutually beneficial system that if you don't have one, you don't have the other. So when you're creating rules or laws in place that just penalize businesses with the assumption that they're just trying to hurt employees, it scares them away. It pushes them away. They go to other markets that are more friendly to businesses. And that's not based on a political party. That's just depending on the job market. If you've got a political environment that says, hey, jobs are good, it puts people to work. When people are working, they spend more money in the economy. The public schools get more funding. The police force gets funding. When they have that kind of a unified commitment, employers flock to those locations. And so do individuals. Individuals go to those places when they're looking for jobs and opportunities. That's what we've got to create. We've got to just wrap our minds around that improving people's livelihoods is a good thing. When people are unemployed, they're going to go break into cars. People don't break into cars on their way to work. They break into cars because they don't have a job, or they might have substance abuse issues. Well, if you've got a job, there's benefits that go with those that impact the entire society. So that's the ultimate first thing we've got to do is just change the mindset on the county commission.
Thank you. Now, the final thing is for you to spend 2 minutes discussing whatever else you would like to discuss. Please start by stating your name as it appears on the ballot, and then spend 2 minutes telling us more about you.
Sure. So on your ballot, my full name appears, George Walton Benson. My friends call me Walt. And like I said, I'm a lifelong Albuquerque resident. I was born and raised here. I'm a fourth generation New Mexican, and I love it here. I decided to run because I'm tired of the state of our local government. And it's local government that has the biggest impact on our daily lives. When you look at the county commission or city councilors or mayors or a school board, that has an impact on our day-to-day lives. And we've had several friends and colleagues move out of state over the last several years, and I'm tired of it. One reason they're moving is prosperity. They want more opportunity. They want more jobs. Another reason is crime. Crime is out of control right now. We've got to get tough on crime. Right now, Albuquerque is on track to beat 2019's murder record. That's during a pandemic. That's during a global pandemic where the governor has criminalized being outside of your house. Criminals don't care. They're out killing everybody. So we've got to affect that. The murder rate scares people away too. We try to attract people to New Mexico for jobs, and they look at our crime statistics, and they don't want to move here. So jobs and crime go hand in hand. You know, the third thing in terms of county commission that I want to focus on is our infrastructure. Our west side is where our development is. So where the bulk of our families are moving to, our home development is there. And we've got to just continue the infrastructure with Paseo del Norte, Unser, the interchanges between I-25 and Paseo, as well as the interchange down south, Sunport area. That's a great opportunity for business. We have so much going for us. We've got the most beautiful weather in the nation. We've got the greatest food. We've got the greatest people. I love the New Mexicans that are here. There's so much to offer. We just have to show that to people, that it's not crime that's running our state, and it's not poverty that is our number one goal. That our goal is to move away from poverty, create jobs, create prosperity, create safety. And that's why I'm the best candidate. I've got an MBA in finance, born and raised here. My family lives here. I know New Mexico. I know Bernalillo County. And I'm doing this to provide opportunity for our children. I've got 4 kids. I don't want them moving away when it's their turn to start looking for jobs. I want them to find jobs and employment and safety here in the land of enchantment. It's the most beautiful place on earth, and I want to keep it that way.
Very good. Thank you. The hiring committee, the voters in your district, will let you know on November 3rd if you have been selected to fill this position. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate it.